Welcome back to Studio Chatter. One event of Fiesta Days brings participants from all over the state and even beyond our borders, and that is the car show. Let's welcome Sarah and Kendall Redmond, the organizers of the Fiesta Days car show, to our table to tell us more. Very exciting.
Hey, thank you.
I was just going to say, vroom, vroom.
We do like a revved up engine.
Yeah, I've been watching Cars with my grandkids, so I'm excited. We're ready. Let's talk cars.
Sounds good.
How many years have you guys been over the car show?
This will be our third
Okay.
Our third together. Kendall was volunteering quite frequently
before that. But this is the third that we've been chairman.
And
Is that scary?
Yeah, is it a heavy load or?
Not
Yeah.
this year.
Not bad.
Last year.
Last year was scary,
Oh, I bet.
but this year is.
That was one of the events that we still had,
Yeah.
and we had to check everybody in
We
and
had to
get their
check
name and
everybody
phone
in.
number.
Yeah.
Yes.
In case there was an outbreak, we had to
Yes.
contact them all. So it was kind
That's
of
a
slow
lot.
go.
Yeah.
getting
But
in.
last year it went a lot more smoothly than our first year too, because we had extra helpers because everything else was canceled. So it was kind of nice to have that extra.
So what's the connection between you guys and cars? Why would you like to be in charge of this?
You should answer that.
Okay.
I've enjoyed cars since I was a little kid. Worked on them with my dad, like most little boys my age anyway.
Yeah.
And we had heard through the city that they weren't going to hold the show if they couldn't find somebody to be in charge of it, and so we volunteered. That's how we got involved.
So you've always had a love for cars.
Yeah, and I've been going to car shows all my life.
And have you always put a car in car shows?
No, not every
Never.
year.
Okay,
not
but
every year, but occasionally.
Occasionally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
So do you have a baby, like your own baby? What's your car that you have? Like, is it vintage? Is it newer? What is it? What do you have?
She has.
Oh, she has. Okay.
Which one is mine?
We have a 1972 short wheelbase truck that we call the date truck.
Oh.
And it only goes out on dates.
It's been a
Sounds
while,
cute.
though.
It's been a
Been a
while.
while. It hasn't come out of the garage for a little while.
Yeah,
Maybe down to the
Unfortunately.
car show.
yeah, maybe.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it's got a big engine in it, so we'll,
Yeah.
short trips,
Right.
Okay.
expensive short trips with gas prices the way they are.
Right.
Kendall, he's addicted to saving old vehicles from the crusher too. So
Really?
we've got lots of old, vintage.
She
What would
likes
you
to call them
have
lawn
these?
marks. Lawn ornaments is what she calls them, lawn ornaments.
Yes.
So how many cars do you have at your house right now, Ben? Do I want to ask?
I don't want to answer that
Do we
because
have
I
to
don't
make this ordinance?
The city might come by.
Right.
They watch
I'm a
this,
little
right?
nervous. What's your address?
That's the problem. We have so many. We have a property in Mapleton too, so
Oh, wow.
because
So,
the city.
is this your profession as well?
No, it's
So
not.
this is total
This is
side
a
hobby.
Yeah, this is total
That's
side
awesome
hobby.
to have a hobby like this, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great hobby to have.
Yeah.
So there's people, I'm sure, that come with their trailers, come from out of state. How many entries do you have this year? Do you know?
I'm not sure how many have pre-registered.
Okay.
We have a lot that register the day of as they come.
Okay.
We've had them from Colorado. There was
Idaho. Last year was the People's Choice Award winner was from Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one was really cool.
Yep.
And how many entries were there last year? 100?
Probably
Just-
130.
It was it was over
think it
100
was 100.
because we
It
were
was our-
really excited to break 100.
Yeah, it was our biggest show since
Since you started.
forever.
So
I think.
I'm a newbie to the car show thing. So what do? You pull up your car, they lift up in the hood. What are like?
So
How
that's
do you judge the cars?
that's
I
why we
guess?
love our car show, opposed to a lot of the other car shows that you see in other communities. Our car show is completely sponsored.
Okay.
And so what we do is we go out in the community and we get organizations, businesses that want to sponsor, and then they pay to have a trophy.
Okay.
And then they get to come and they choose their favorite car.
Oh, fun.
Instead of having a judge go and judge and whatever, they get to choose their favorites. And that way, it takes all the stress away from having to make sure that nobody touches your car and everything's perfect, and
Right.
making sure that you're talking to the judges, or it makes it, we try to make it a very friendly event for anybody. We have boats and bicycles have been entered, so we just
We
didn't-
take anything.
anything.
Anything,
Anything.
with wheels.
With wheels.
Anything with a passion,
That can
absolutely.
drive.
That can drive wheels or an engine.
That's
Did
so
someone
fun.
get more than one trophy then?
Yes.
So we have had people get like a trophy from the mayor's or People's Choice, but normally we ask the sponsors to just get, you know, their favorite car, and then if they have a second runner-up, we try to spread the love out as much as
Okay.
we can.
Okay. Do they
But
get
we have
money?
they
Winners?
don't get any money. We have a
Trophy.
great raffle, and then they get a trophy, and the first 100 registers get a free T-shirt.
Okay.
So
I like it.
So
yeah,
it's for the love of the cars.
it really
It
is.
really is.
It's
coming
for the
out
love
to
of
just
community and
showcase.
love of cars.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be like I don't know if the right word is groupie, but like
kind of.
But kind of like when you're like kind of get online and see where local car shows are in Utah for
Yeah.
your summer, and if you have a cool car, you might plan a Saturday or a weekend or a little road trip to Idaho or whatever.
Yeah, and there are a lot of the car owners who go from show to show.
Okay, I would think that would be the case.
Yeah, yeah. And we've gone to shows previous to our show to spread the word also, to let them know,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
your car is awesome, bring it to our car show. So
So what has been some of your highlights or your favorite cars the past few years, like in Spanish Fork?
Well, I'll tell you what, a couple of years ago, the National Guard came. And that was fantastic because kids of all ages, they let them climb on the equipment. Car shows are known for, you know, please don't touch the cars, please
right.
don't, you know, and with the National Guard coming and bringing their equipment, the kids were able to climb all over everything, and just, those were the biggest grins we saw all day.
Yeah.
And they're planning to come back this year, so we're
Oh, are
excited
they?
about that.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So when I go to the car show, a couple things. We get the best pictures from the car show. Like we gather all the pictures at the end of Fiesta days, and by far the best ones are the cars. Like we could have car
Yeah.
pictures all over the Fiesta Days magazine because they're just bright and
Just fun.
shiny and pretty. And then I think I'm always drawn to the color. Like I don't care if it's a truck or a car or a bike. It's like, oh, honey, look, that's a pretty color. Oh, that's
Oh,
a
I could
pretty.
see me being like
I
that,
like that
too.
color. But that's how I sometimes shop for a car in real life.
Right.
Like I don't care what it is. I'm not in the mood for white though.
Or nostalgic too, if it's something
Right.
like one of my grandparents had, or I've
Yes.
seen something
Or if
like
you had
that,
a
then you
memory,
gravitate.
right? If you have
Yes,
a memory of the
true.
car, absolutely.
Like my grandparents
Yeah.
had one of those big long Cadillacs, white, and then with a burgundy interior. And every time I see something like that, I can immediately picture myself riding it.
Yeah, that's
So,
very
yeah.
nice.
My
Yeah.
grandpa, I think it was like a 1970 mustard yellow truck. I can't remember what.
So mustard yellow is the color you look for then?
Yeah, and in my clothes as well.
I'm just
Rolling
teasing.
thing.
It's fun sometimes too. The owners have like novelty that there might be a hearse there with like there's been like the little stuffed like people that will do something fun in there just for the
Absolutely.
novelty.
Yes.
So that's
Absolutely.
always kind of fun too.
Last year
Yeah.
there was something, I'm trying to remember, and like everything was made from like leftover parts or something. Do you guys remember that?
Yes, a rat rod.
Okay,
And
tell us more about this.
what he did is he built his car out of spare parts of other cars,
word.
and so it wasn't per se a car that you would be able to
Drive,
drive
yeah.
or be able to own from the factory, because he had made it like it
It
himself.
wasn't like a Ford, it was a combo
Right, it
of
was a
like
combination of
everything.
it was
everything.
a
Yeah.
Ford, Chev, Dodge,
Yeah.
And you-
old Jeep.
Yeah.
And you called it a
They call them rat rods, and that's
Rat rods.
normally that's a category of cars where
Okay.
they're kind of rusty and old and have that rough appearance.
okay. That was a cool one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the most artistic cars we see are those kind of cars.
The vision that these people have.
Yeah,
is
because they think
incredible.
outside the box.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm very impressed with people that do.
Super
Yeah.
fun.
And I think we may have talked about it, but where is it located this year, and the time and that
It's
kind of stuff?
it's at the sports park,
Okay.
and it starts at 8
Yep.
till 1
Okay.
on Saturday, July 17th. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent. And will there be food?
Yes, food
There.
trucks will be there.
Oh, awesome.
Then
Yeah.
Natasha will be there as well.
Good music too. Good people. Good
Yes.
times.
Oh, yeah, and we'll have music
Yeah,
there too, live
absolutely.
music.
Yes.
Well,
So-
thanks for volunteering your time to
Hey,
be
no
over there.
problem.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely, we
Thanks
love
for
it.
inviting
One
us.
of the reasons, like, that Spanish Fork is so fabulous because the volunteerism behind the scenes. that make this an event that's just free to the public. They can just
Yeah.
come in and
Yeah.
Yep,
walk
and
around and
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it. So
That's
thank
right.
you.
Great.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You bet.
Coming up next on Studio Chatter, just how grand is the Grand Parade? We'll talk about the big event.